Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I'm reviewing Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 1 Episode 14, War-Mantle, which was directed by Stuart Lee and written by Damani Johnson, and it was released on July 30th, 2021. So yeah, I thought it was a great, bounce back episode from last week's. In fact, this is one of my favorite episodes of the series so far. Definitely not my favorite, but definitely up there. It was a very clone-focused episode with a lot of great moments from certain characters. Echo had a couple great moments, which was nice, because so far, definitely past several episodes, he's kind of been there. Maybe having one line, but he had a couple what I really did enjoy. There's one moment where he reminded other members of the Bad Batch about how they rescued him on Skako Minor, and trying to obviously during their mission, which I'll get more into that in a moment. But it's one of my favorite moments of the episode, just seeing him have a little more moments like that. So I just enjoyed more of Echo. So yeah, like I said, I also was a clone, more clone focused episode. We saw some returning clones also, which some bigger roles, some in smaller, which I'll talk about that more in a little. But I think what I probably made it the most clone focused is we start to see the transition from obviously we've been seeing this throughout the series, but the Republic to the Empire, with the phasing out of the clones. Definitely in this episode, with them bringing in the Stormtroopers, which one thing I liked was I guess it's kind of like a Phase 1 Stormtrooper armor. It's seems like it might be based off of some of the early Ralph McQuarrie concept art, but it's kind of a mix between a Phase 2 Clone Trooper armor, the regular Stormtrooper armor, with a little bit of the Imperial Cadet armor seen in Rebels. I really like the armor. I really love this Stormtrooper armor. It's honestly up there with the Phase 2 Clone Trooper armor, which I'd probably say is definitely my favorite armor type of the clones Stormtrooper. Then this new Stormtrooper type armor is up there. I do really like the look of it. But we also see some very Imperial, an Imperial gray looking gunship, V-wings, Venators. The Venators we have seen before, and at the end of Revenge of the Sith, I believe I think it was at the end of Revenge of the Sith, there's Venators are all gray. So it's cool seeing stuff like that. And just seeing more and more of the Empire taking formation, taking over the galaxy and whatnot. Which we've seen throughout the series so far, but this is definitely one of the big, oh yeah, it's definitely coming. So yeah, also there's a lot of stuff on Camino with Rampart. He was ordering all the clones off of Camino. It didn't say where they were going, but I assume most of them are going to a nice place. But yeah. Also, the Caminoans. We seeing Llama and all saying the episode and whatnot. There's a scene where they talk to each other. I'm forgetting the scene. I didn't write about it. I just remember now what they were talking about. But there's a scene later on in the episode where Rampart goes Llama Sue, and reports that Nala Se was going into a restricted area, and Llama Sue says he'll reprimand her, but Rampart still wants something to do with Nalase, because she's a scientist and whatnot. So he orders the death of Llama. We don't see it on screen, but it's like the room he's in, the doors shut, the clone, or not the clones, the special force troopers from Crosshair's little group go in, and the doors shut, and we hear blast fire and whatnot. So he's most likely dead, but we haven't seen a body yet, and sometimes with Star Wars, if you don't see the body, it's you never know. So yeah, but I do wonder what Rampart, exactly what he wants with Nalase. Obviously, he's creating this Project War-Mantle, which episode based off of, which is obviously about him bringing regular people as stormtroopers and whatnot, phasing out the clones. But obviously Nalase is a cloner, so I don't know if there's something he wants to do with her or what. I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, the episode, what pretty much is about is the Bad Batch. They get a distress call from Rex, who is currently in the middle of a something like battle or something. I don't know, fight. I guess it would be more. He obviously wouldn't be in a big large battle, but he tells them that he got a distress call from an old friend on a planet called Darrow, which we then see the Bad Batch obviously go there. But first they Hunter and debate about it, if they should go and whatnot, which is a funny scene because all of them are saying stuff, and Wreckers is continues. He's like they got a good point. He continues to say everyone has a good point, which was a funny little scene. But once they get to the planet Dara, they find this Imperial base. It's cool looking. In space there's a big hole in the ground. But they break in, and they run into some Republic commandos, and these early stormtroopers. I guess the Republic commandos are training the stormtroopers and whatnot. But they also run into a certain Republic commando, which is Scorch from the Republic Commando video game. We've seen them all in canon before in the season 3 of the Clone Wars. I forget which episode it was. There was only one episode, and it was very brief. But this is the second time we've seen Scorch, at least. Obviously, I don't know if it's supposed to be him. This armor is exactly the same, so I would assume it is. But obviously the Bad Batch are looking for an old friend of Rex, and with the only clones in the space are Republic Commandos. So turns out it is Gregor, who in the timeline where this episode takes place, the last time I saw him was in that Clone Wars episode. He was introduced in. Obviously, we then saw him in Rebels and whatnot, but this is before that. So yeah, but obviously in that episode he is assumed dead because of a big explosion, and he kind of just he doesn't really explain how he survived, and he just somehow survived an explosion, which he mentions in the episode, which I thought was funny. And he's also kind of got that because in Rebels he's kind of insane. I don't know how to describe his voice. The way he talks. It's more like Rebels, but it's just funny. But eventually they need to find a way out. But Gregor, he had escaped. Gregor, at the start of the episode, we actually saw him like a first attempt to escape, and that's how he planted a little distress beacon. But he then leads them to this area, which is like going out this like little tunnel thing, which leads to a cliff. And so they need Omega and Wrecker, who stay at the ship, to come fly and pick them up, which they do. But when Hunter tries to jump into the ship, he kind of slips and falls all the way down, and he orders the rest of them to leave, and so they do. And then he gets captured by the Imperials, and the episode ends with Crosshair coming to Daro and talking to Hunter in his cell. So yeah, that's, pretty much everything went down in the episode. Everything I really wanted to talk about from the episode. It's nice to see Gregor again. I would assume the next episode will be about the Bad Batch, forming a plan, probably teaming up with the Rex and maybe some others, maybe Sid, to help them get Hunter out of the rescue Hunter, whatnot. So yeah, and I would assume the finale will be them rescuing Hunter. But yeah, also, one thing I want to talk about real quick is the animation, the score in the episode, which both are very good. It's the planet of Daro. It's like this forest planet. How the trees, the branches, and the greenery all look just insanely good. Just everything. Amount of visuals was really good. Obviously, it's been that way for the entire series so far, along with the score, which has been great. But there's several little original trilogy Imperial music themes and motifs and whatnot placed in the episode. Definitely when they're going to the base, which I thought worked extremely well, and just not going straight for the Imperial March theme. That's something I think you gotta wait for till the actual Stormtrooper, the iconic armor, what everyone knows, shows up for the first time. Because that will be a big boom moment with the Imperial March and whatnot. But I like the more subtle approach to it. So yeah, but I really liked the episode. I thought it was a great episode. Definitely one of my favorites of the series so far. But there's been a lot of great ones. But yeah. Anyways, my grade, I'll give it an A. So yeah. But anyways, next week I'll review episode 15. Don't know the title. They didn't reveal the titles for the final 2 episodes. But yeah. But in the meantime, check out all my reviews of the first 13 episodes and everything else I do. But I've been Star Wars, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
What else you got? Give me more! Our squad's nothing but trouble. But we get the job done.